is where we're gonna be eating. Good. Hello everyone. So it's just me and Matilda today. Bruce, although he works remote, today he is on campus at a cybersecurity event and I guess a career fair as well. So he is going to be gone most of the day and it's just us. So we got some Urbane Cafe, and Urbane Cafe so with Urbane Cafe I discovered this place when I was still working and I was pregnant, because I'm not a healthy eater whatsoever, but when it came to my daughter, when I was pregnant with her, I was craving everything healthy. So salmon, I ate a lot of salmon, I ate a lot of greens, different greens, things that I've never eaten before. So we are gonna have a mukbang with you guys today while talking about my pregnancy with this little one. Ooh, shall we say prayer? I also got myself a Coke because I got that for free with all my points. I was deciding whether or not I should get a cookie, a free cookie, or a free fountain drink. So what we got here today before we say prayer is I got a Coke and I got a salmon bowl for me and Matila. It has salmon, edamame, some sweet potato or squash, and then I believe this is kale, and I believe this is quinoa. Not sure. Then we also got a piece of focaccia bread and some fruits for us. How about it? Okay, so we're gonna say prayer. Yeah, we're gonna say prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, yes, please bless this food that it may nourish and strengthen our body, and please bless the hands for prayer as well as the person who is able to deliver our food, and we are so grateful for that. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Amen! Alright, are you ready to eat? Are you ready to eat? Here, let's have some salmon, girl. You can have... Yeah! Someone's excited. Honestly, this place is so good. Delicious. The equivalent to this in Utah would be Kneaders, I believe. Yummy. So yeah, Bruce and I were coming up to our 2-year anniversary. And I really was crying for a baby for like our first 2 years of marriage. But I'm glad we waited, especially moving out here to California and him being a college student and me not making enough. Also just other factors. Yeah. What do you want to try? You want to try this one? No. What do you think? Yummy? I know. Delicious. We moved into this apartment last year in the end of March. You want some fruits now? And it was a huge adjustment from our tiny studio to this place. And, you know, we were just settling in. I just got a new job, a really good job. And Bruce, I believe he was doing part-time. I think a week into living here, we found out that we were pregnant. And the way we found out was I had a pregnancy test. I used my last pregnancy test. Dang, girl. I used my last pregnancy test while he was sleeping. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go for it. If nothing happens, then I will check. I will not use another pregnancy test for like 2 months until my birthday. I was being a little too fast about it because I looked at it and I was like, I'm not pregnant. And then I didn't want to bring it up to him either because we talked about it a lot. So I went and took a nap and I just kind of let it sit there so that he could see the results and we could talk about it. But he like woke me up and he was like, what does the double lines mean? And I was like, don't play with me. He's like, I'm being serious, there's double lines. Ran upstairs and honestly, I didn't know how to feel. I think for about 2 weeks, I shut Bruce out because I was like, I've been wanting this, but I'm also freaking out, you know? Like, because I just got this new job. What? And then he kind of, like, finally spoke up to me and was like, hey, like, you haven't really talked to me since we found out. Ooh, dang girl, eat my finger. We talked it over, but you know, everything started coming together and I was like finally accepting that, yes, I am pregnant. And things are gonna change and things are gonna be amazing, but hard. You wanna try strawberry? Sweet. Not too long after me accepting, all of a sudden I hit morning sickness and it was the worst. Like I barely went to work and I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know what to do. I was also Bruce and I were keeping it a secret until finally I let my supervisor, my supervisor was honestly the first one to know because she needed to know why I was going to be missing a lot of work or why I was missing a lot of work. Also, my supervisor was the best, so she understood. It was a blessing that I moved to that company, honestly, because I was taken well care of my entire pregnancy and even after. You want the grapes? If you know me, because my birthday is the last day of May, I like celebrate from the first day of May. And I would just bug my family and my husband the entire month that it's coming up to my birthday. Yet the entire month of May, I was having the hardest time. I wasn't feeling good. And also, when I went to the ER, sometime in the middle of May. And one, I was completely dehydrated. And so I had a bunch of fluids going in me. And I was told that there was no heartbeat. So that was very difficult for me and Bruce. But they didn't know for sure. I mean, it's the ER. Here, baby. Here. Okay, how about we close this for a second? We close this for a second. We'll eat this after, okay? I was told there wasn't a heartbeat. And it was kind of hard too because like the nurse that was helping me was pregnant and she was like, you know, ready to pop. So they referred me, or they told me to get the earliest available like OBGYN to take me over. And then I went to, I think about a week later, I went to an OB in Otay Ranch. And she also told me that there was no heartbeat. So she was giving me options. But then she referred me to a radiologist. And honestly, when I walked into the radiology appointment, like, I was like a zombie, to be honest. Like I wasn't feeling good, and I was heartbroken, and you know, yeah. But then when I walked in, it was a old lady, and she was super sweet, and she let me know that there was a heartbeat. And so I don't know for sure, but it's my theory that like morning sickness is like a mindset. So because even though I walked in like a zombie, I walked out as if I didn't have morning sickness at all walking in, or that, you know. And so I called Bruce and I let him know there was a heartbeat. And I was so happy. I mean, after that, you know, I still had morning sickness, you know, but it wasn't that bad. It was manageable. We got ready to go to Utah at the end of May to announce it to our families that she was on the way and that we were having our first. But before we went to Universal Studios for my birthday. And honestly, getting there was so hard. Morning sickness in a train was hard. We didn't even leave the hotel because I wasn't feeling up to it. And yet the entire day at Universal Studios, I was like up and about and, you know, adventurous, but still there were certain smells that were really gross. Like one of the restaurants we went into, I had to hold my breath. And Bruce went in and got my second plate. But yeah. It was like, you know, telling our families and just trying to get through the trip, because I was mostly in bed the entire Utah trip. And I did try and stay active by chasing my nieces and nephews around, but I'd go back to the bed afterwards, honestly. And our main reason going out there was for my little brother's graduation. And yet I almost didn't go to the graduation because I could not even imagine myself being out of the house for more than 30 minutes. Not even more than 30 minutes, more like 5 minutes. We got back to Utah. I went back to work. Yeah. Bruce was doing his summer intern. I think the pregnancy finally got better by July. July was when I started to feel her kicks. So I was about 4 months. Here, why don't you try this? Yep. I was about 4 months when I started feeling her kicks, and she was very active since then, all the way up until I gave birth to her. When we were finding out the gender, are you doing okay? When we were finding out the gender, OB was like, all right, when you go in, just let the radiologist or the person who's going to check up on you, let them know that you want it to be a surprise, which is a good thing I did that. But still, she didn't really keep it a surprise, because she was like, all right, mom and dad, look away so I can find out the gender. And when she would take a picture and move on to the next photo that she was trying to look for, all the results show on the side. She was like, oh, if you need to use the bathroom, like, go ahead, we're pretty much done here. Oh, and she was like, we're pretty much done here. And so when Bruce walked me to the bathroom, he's like, did you see what was on the screen? And then I was like, no, I didn't see it. And he was like, it shows what we're having. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, we're having a girl. I was like, where? So we walked back, and on the screen it said girl on like on the side for the results. Honestly, I was so happy because I've always wanted a boy. Like even way before me and Bruce were dating, like I wanted my first to be a boy for many reasons. But honestly, I was just so happy when I found out we were having a girl. Yeah. Here. Okay. I was just happy to find out we were having a girl. And we honestly didn't let her know that we found out. She gave us a little envelope, you know, like, oh, here's the gender, and we're like, oh, nice, thank you. So after that, we just decided to continue on with our plans to have like a virtual gender reveal for our family. But yeah, girl power. But there was 2 photos that the radiologist just couldn't get, so I had to come back. I came back the next time, and there was some, like, I needed to come back again because it wasn't just 2 pictures but another picture. When I came back, they told me that there was some kind of heart defect that they just couldn't get because the heart was beating abnormally. And so they referred me to a specialist. And when I went to the specialist, he told me that she has a condition called the transposition of the gray arteries. And so honestly, I didn't know how to feel because when they told me that, I was like, but it seems like she's fine, you know, she's active, she kicks all the time, you know. And so he was telling me that it was like one of the less severe, you know, heart conditions. And so everything will be planned out, you know. And so I just needed to go to a cardiologist just to confirm that it was TGA. So I got referred to another doctor. Yes, many referrals in this pregnancy. I got referred to another doctor and to a cardiologist at Rady Children's Hospital. And he did confirm that she does have TGA, and then we honestly, all the doctors I've gone to between Sharp and you want some more? And the specialty obstetric and Rady Children, they're all so amazing. I was well taken care of. And she was too. So, yeah, I went and saw him a couple times. I did a consultation with the surgeon. And so there was a lot of appointments, especially getting closer. Especially with the OBs, I started going twice a week. It got to a point where like 1 week I had an appointment every single day. And so I'm pretty sure my supervisor was annoyed, but she was very, you know, understanding. And so was the department manager. Like I said, that job was a blessing. They definitely took care of me. So I was induced at 39 weeks, so a week before her due date, which her due date was the 27th of December. I was induced the 20th, and she came the 21st. So. Yeah. Honestly, she was such an active baby. That's why I wasn't too worried. And plus, our family and friends were praying for her, fasting for her. So I knew she'd be fine. Oh, what's all in your mouth, girl? Yeah. I was induced, and maybe the pregnancy story can be for another day, but it was traumatizing yet beautiful. It was an amazing experience. And I have such a supportive husband who was very attentive the whole time and encouraging me, just reminding me, like, aren't you excited to meet her? Also, this pregnancy has really opened my eyes to my biggest fears, which is I didn't know that I was afraid of needles until I fainted, but that can be for another day as well. But yeah, so she had surgery 5 days old. Yeah, and it was successful and she recovered well. And look at her now, 10 months, almost 1 year. And she makes me emotional so many times. But also happy. And she motivates me to be better. Yeah. But yeah, throughout the pregnancy, it was great. I mean, I was pretty small. I mean, I guess I was pretty shocked at like how big she was when the doctor plopped her on my belly for a couple seconds before taking her away. It has been the most challenging year and yet the most amazing year. I'm back in school because of her, because she motivates me, and my husband supports me with that. So, and our parents as well, and all of our family. So I'm just grateful. Can't wait to celebrate her with our family in Utah. She's just this girl's just so funny. You want some more? Girl, you had like food right before we ate bookbok, or right before we had our little bowl. Yeah. I think we can just end it right here. How much do you want? Should we just end it right here? I'm just gonna finish this meal with her. We're waiting for our churro to get here, and then just go about our day and wait for her dad to come back. Yeah. We thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you stay and subscribe. We'd love to have you here. But yeah. Anyways, take care. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you later. Bye. Say bye. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, say bye. Mwah.